Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Yes. 'Tis the time. The time is now. We are coming together on this fine, what is today? Wednesday, January 14th, the year of our Lord, 2026. And might I add that, does it feel like 2026 is already feeling like it's like flying by? Or does it feel like to me, it feels like it's already almost gone. It feels like, well, at least the month of January anyway. Feels like the whole entire month of January is just taking a complete nosedive into the past. Like, we're already halfway through the month of January. Tomorrow's the 15th, y'all. We are halfway through the month of January. It's crazy. We got Martin Luther King Jr. Day this coming Monday. So we got at least a 3-day weekend coming up, which I am looking forward to. And I completely forgot about it until today, actually. And yeah, definitely that 3-day weekend, and we are super pumped and super excited for that. And again, it's not just because we have a 3-day weekend. You have to always think of it as, let's take a few steps back and look at all the good things that Martin Luther King Jr. did. Although I do enjoy the extra day off during the week. I do. Lovely. What's happening? Welcome. Welcome everybody. Welcome. What are you talking about? You just got here. You just got here just in time. Let me turn this music down. Oh, turn this music down just a little bit. Or turn it off. I'm having trouble with the volume. We just started the live stream, and I just want to welcome you to the live stream, and I appreciate you being here. We are getting ready to kick things off with a couple different things here. Let's go ahead and just pause that here for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I appreciate everybody being here. Dawn's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn's in the house. All of you guys are in the house. Jugan as well. Hello, ladies and gents. Yes, with the sound effects and all. So what is good? What is good? Unofficially IMO. That is a channel that I have, and you are currently watching it, and it is me. I am your host. And yeah, so we are live and unscripted. Whatever's on my mind today, that's what we're going to talk about, no matter what it is. No script, no filter, no safety net, just raw thoughts, takes on whatever I want to talk about, whatever y'all want to talk about, and the chaos in the world that's throwing us into shambles, no matter what it is, because my brain is a dumpster fire of opinions. And we're about to light a match and invite you all to join me as we do so. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. So I noticed there was a few different things that happened. Now, I've been out of the loop for the last better half of when's the last time that we actually had a video on here that we went live? It's been a few days, right? So some things have happened over the better half of the last 7 days or so. One of the things that did happen, ladies and gentlemen, and that I want to discuss with all of you here today, and I'm pretty sure all of you have also heard about this, about Mark Ruffalo, as he was on the red carpet at the Golden Globe Awards. And he said some things that kind of got under my skin. And I want to talk about it. And I want to share my opinion with all of you guys, regarding what took place on the red carpet and from the Hulk himself. This viral video that I'm about to show you, that we're going to dive into and just kind of watch this clip here from Mark Ruffalo with over 3 million views, that is now circulating through social media right now. What he's talking about is he's railing against the killing of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE agent, slamming the U.S. vice president and the so-called illegal war in Venezuela, international law violations. And to top it off, he wore a pin on his jacket that said "Be Good." I don't know what you're trying to what you're trying to do with that pin there, but I didn't understand it until I was like, oh, be good, like, you know, with, you know, the killing of Nicole Good. So that's what he was representing. I was like, be good, you be good, Mark Ruffalo, you be good. As if the pen is going to send some sort of like a signal to have everybody sit around and sing Kumbaya and take his words literally. I don't think so. But seriously though, Mark, why the silence? Why haven't you said anything about Iran's regime or anything like that, about the craziness that's going on over there of these protesters being reportedly, you know, being murdered and killed on the streets? And he said nothing about it. He literally said nothing about it, but he felt like as if he had to stay on the red carpet and give his little 2 cents about, well, his stance on the state of the country right now. So let's take a look and see exactly what Mr. Ruffalo, the Hulk himself, let's see exactly
Mark, what's the pin?
Let's see exactly what he had to say. So we're going to watch this, again, this viral video. This was just a few days ago, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen this, but I have yet to watch the entire video. Now, I've seen bits and pieces of it, okay? So I don't know the full extent of what he said, but the bits and pieces of what he did say, I was like, that's enough for me. And this guy, let's just go ahead and throw it out there. He's not the most supportive person when it comes to the sitting president of the United States. He's definitely had words. So let's take a look and see exactly what Mr. Ruffalo has to say here.
Mark, what's the pin?
This is for Renee Nicole Good, who was murdered. We have a vice president who's lying about what's happening. We have we're in the middle of a war with Venezuela that we illegally invaded. He's telling the world that international law doesn't matter to him. The only thing that matters to him is his own morality. But the guy is a convicted felon. Or
can anybody get through a statement about Donald Trump without saying he's a convicted felon? Can anybody? Can anybody say anything about Donald Trump without saying convicted felon? And I guarantee you, he can't name any of the felonies that Donald Trump has been convicted of.
Convicted rapist. He's a pet.
Okay. There we go.
Pedophile.
Oh,
he's the worst human being in the world. If we're relying on this guy's morality for the most powerful country in the world, then we're all in a lot of trouble.
We're in a lot of trouble.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country.
Why is he terrorized and scared? This dude is a multi-millionaire actor. From the only thing that I've ever known this guy for is playing Hulk, which, mind you, by the way, is not my favorite Hulk. He's not the best Hulk. He's just not. Okay. It was the actor, in my opinion, that played in the first one. Now, I'm not talking about Lou Ferrigno. I'm not going way back to Lou Ferrigno here. I'm talking about who's the other guy? Not the first remake of the Hulk. It was Edward Norton. I think it was Edward Norton, right? I think he was the one that came back and redid it. That Hulk, the second installment of that movie, that guy was my favorite. I think he played the best. This one, I think he played a She-Hulk. Is that even true? I don't even know. I don't follow it. I mean, ever since he started just trashing like everything about Donald Trump and everything, he's just, yeah.
And what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's just not.
Mark, why do you feel
not
that this
American.
platform is still useful to spread a message like this?
Listen, I want to pretend like this is, I want to be here to celebrate, and I am here to celebrate, and I'm proud to have a Golden Globe nomination. But also, this is not normal anymore. And
What's not normal? What's not normal anymore? What's not normal to you, Mr. $90 million net worth or whatever his net worth is? What's not normal? That's not normal to a lot of people to have a net worth of $90 million. You know how many people out there don't have that kind of net worth? There's millions and billions of people around this world that are not in a state such as yourself when it comes to wealth. So you are very privileged in that area. And you're a successful actor. Don't get me wrong. He's a very successful actor. He's worth a lot of money. He's done a lot of good things in the filming industry. I just don't think he's the best Hulk. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is for him to just say like he doesn't recognize this country anymore and he does and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, you have. Let's finish the video. Hold on.
I don't know how I could be quiet, and I'm feeling a little sick, so it's hard to BS right now. So
got it. So anyway, okay. So that's ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Ruffalo here. Yeah, Mr. Mark Ruffalo. Let's give it up for She-Hulk himself. And for him to sit there and go in the red carpet and say all those things, I'm like, dude, you have the ability to just move. You don't have to live in this country. You got plenty of dough packed away and stashed away. You could easily go live someplace else. Why does anybody feel like this country is going down the shithole right now? It has never been in a state to where I have ever felt like we are in a point of no return, right? And for him to just go out there and say those comments, and it just literally drives me up the wall. And for him to say like Donald Trump's is this, and he's a convicted felon, and he's saying all these different things, right? And I'm like, you just had to say something, didn't you? Somebody stuck a USA Today and LA Times stuck a microphone in his face, and he said those things. And again, rightfully so. It's his opinion. If he wants to say those things about the state of where he thinks this country is in right now, that's totally up to him. Whatever he wants to do, whatever floats his boat, right? It's totally up to him. I just felt like it was unnecessary because a lot of that stuff, I don't even think he knows what he's talking about. I think this guy probably spends more time trying to figure out how to shit on Donald Trump than he does focusing on his own acting career. That's my opinion. Okay. So again, Mr. Mark Ruffalo at the Golden Globes. Did he even win a Golden Globe? I don't even know if he won a Golden Globe or not. He might have. I don't know. I don't watch the what is that? The Oscars. I don't watch that stuff. I mean, I haven't for years. I think it's ridiculous. A bunch of millionaires patting themselves on the back for playing pretend. Hey, good job. Good job. Here's a little trophy here. Here's your little trophy for playing pretend. You know who else said that just a couple weeks ago? I'm going to go off topic here. I don't know if you guys watch the NFL or not. I don't know if you watch the NFL, but Joe Burrow, the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, he was interviewed right before a football game, and he said something. He was being interviewed by one of the reporters. It's like, I think it was his first game back into the NFL. It was his very first game because he was injured and he was out for a while. And I don't exactly remember what the reporter asked him, but they said something to him, and he said, "You know what? We get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game." We get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. And I was like, that is the most honest thing that any athlete has ever said in the NFL to my recollection. For somebody to say, we get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. And I'm like, that is 100% true. You get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. And the same goes for actors such as Mark Ruffalo. You get paid a lot of money to pretend, which is like make believe. It's like it's just making shit up, and you're becoming something. You're just pretending about whatever it is you're trying to pretend about. You get paid a lot of money to do it, and you get all these incentives and all these, you get pampered and treated very well. And to play pretend. So, again, I don't agree with his statements. I think they're bullshit statements, but again, it's his opinion. He has the right to say whatever he wants. I don't agree with this. So I wanted to share that with all of you guys. So, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is true, isn't it? It is so true. It is so true. When you think about athletes, and not just football players, I mean, all professional athletes, actors, and for people that don't work full time, athletes don't work full time. Actors don't work full time. Professional actors and athletes only work so many hours out of the day /week /year. There's so many weeks out of the year where these people that are active, for the most part, and they get paid a shit ton of money to do something, in my opinion, that I think anybody could really do. And I think the only real, because when you sit there and you try to find an actor, when I'm talking about actors here, not athletes, that's a whole different thing, right? But actors in general, those guys anybody can act a certain way, portray a certain character. Hell, you can even be yourself and just you being you and get cast into a movie for just you being you. How many actors out there have been cast into a movie as themselves? There's definitely people out there that do that, but anybody can act, anybody can pretend to be something that they're not. So, and going back to the whole NFL and mind you, get paid, 8-9 figures sometimes for these movie deals and these athletic contracts that these athletes get and stuff. But I just figured, you know what, Joe Burrow, when he said that, I was like, that is the most honest thing that I have ever heard come out of any high paying athlete. We get paid a lot of money to play a kid's game. Mark Ruffalo gets paid a lot of money to pretend. And so there's a lot of other actors out there. And you know what? As far as the Golden Globes go, I didn't watch it because I think a lot of actors are so full of shit nowadays, and they're so full of themselves and pampered, and everything is handed to them on a silver platter. I have yet to hear an actor, and again, this is just me, I could be totally wrong about this. I have no idea if I am wrong, but I have yet to hear anything from an actor about them thanking their fans. Has any actor ever sat there and accepted an award because and actually really thanked their fans? Think about it for a second. I mean, really think about it. When's the last time Tom Hanks did that? If he got an Oscar, when's the last time if he got an award of some sort for a movie role that he did? Or when was the last time any of those guys did that? Anytime they ever go up there and accept a Golden Globe or accept an Oscar or whatever it is, it seems like they always thank the Academy for the nomination and for whatever else, right? They always thank the Academy. They always thank their casting director, their producer, their wardrobe people, their family, their friends, the people that made a difference in their lives, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But for them to sit there and say, other than thanking God for the opportunity to be in a position that they're in, to make movies and to earn a living from it, I have never heard anyone say, and I thank the fans for being there, for buying the tickets, for going to the movie theater, for being there and paying for that ticket, which, mind you, is expensive as shit. It's expensive as shit for a movie ticket. And for somebody to work hard all week, to come out and support the film and support not only just me, but my cast, my castmates, and anyone that was ever involved in this movie. If it wasn't for the fans being there and coming to the theater and buying that ticket, then we wouldn't be here as an organization. We wouldn't exist. I have yet to hear any actors say anything along those lines. I mean, I can't speak for all actors, but again, that's just me. That's why I quit watching those awards. I got tired of them just, And I know I got off on a tantrum about Mark Ruffalo, and then we followed into athletes and actors and stuff, but it kind of goes hand in hand. For somebody to just come out on the red, my thing about this whole thing is for him to come out there on the red carpet and pretend that he actually cares, because at the end of the day, I don't think Mark Ruffalo gives a shit. I really don't. I think he had an opportunity to say something and he knew it was going to go viral and he said it, right? If he gave a shit, why is only Anna Nicole's or Nicole Good's what does she have? GoFundMe? Why is it only $1.5 million? Mark Ruffalo could easily donate $1.5 million, $2 million by himself. And he sits there and he wears that pin. Be good. All right. Put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Be Good, and donate $1 million. Donate $1 million. Why haven't you done that yet? Why is it the people that are probably that are donating are just a bunch of unknown people that's donating from out of the blue, you know, $20 here, $50 there, $500 there. You're the multimillionaire worth millions of dollars. Donate some cash, man. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but if I'm supportive in that way enough to wear a fucking pen to the Golden Globe Awards and have a microphone get stuck in my face and say, hey, what do you think about this? You know, if I care that deeply about something like that, such as something that is at that level of craziness, I think I'd put my money where my mouth is and I would support that family or her in any way. If I'm going to wear a pin, I'm going to support her all the way. And that means I'm going to donate money to their family for them to have. Just saying, put your money where your mouth is. If not, stop pretending. Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Moving on. I am moving on. If I don't stop myself now, that's been my problem the last few times that I've you know, went through this process of the live stream. I will get off on a tantrum and I can't stop. I have to keep going. And I don't have to keep going. Well, I can, but if I don't stop myself, I won't stop at all. I'll just like, all right, let's land a plane. Let's bring it on home. Yeah. So I have to watch myself. I have to literally stop myself. Moving on. So now this video here, this is I saw this, when I'm about to, look into here now with you guys. I actually saw this not too long ago. And actually it was, yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I saw this video yesterday. Graham Allen. I don't know if you guys know who Graham Allen is. Graham Allen is over there on Rumble. He's got a great personality. And he was actually on his show and he played this video. And I thought this was probably the funniest thing that I've seen for a while. And I wanted to play it here today. So in the heart of Minnesota's icy streets, amid raging protests against ICE, you had one man, I guess you could call him the MAGA warrior. He stands tall. He's ready to go. He's disarming the chaos with raw determination, guys. Seriously. He literally, if you look at when we show this video, this is FAFO in action. Okay. This is FAFO in action. And the whole fuck around and find out thing. Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened here. Now, but remember, it's defense, not offense. So let's get into the video here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You guys probably, you guys probably saw this, didn't you? You saw this, didn't you? Come on now. Graham Allen showed me this. I was like, I gotta watch it. Okay. I gotta watch it. I gotta get a reaction out of this because what this is because the video just kind of starts, you know, in the middle of what's going on here. I think what he was doing is, this guy, grabbed a flag from a pole because it was upside down. So I think he came over, he grabbed the pole and he wanted to fix the flag because it was upside down. Well, these protesters did not like that, like at all. So what they started to do is get in his face with the blowhorn and they were just acting all crazy with the guy. And we'll play the video and I'll show you here. And, Graham Allen said, and I thought it was like, this is so true. Don't ever mess with a man with New Balance tennis shoes and the style of jeans that he has. Anybody that you see wearing like high top white New Balance tennis shoes, you better run, because that man means business. So let me show you exactly what happened here. Okay, so he's being heckled here. So again, they're messing with this guy. I mean, they got sirens going off. They're taking their blow horns. They're blowing in this guy's ear. See, and he's trying to walk away. He's trying to walk away from these guys. He's trying to be civilized, and they will not leave him alone. And they just keep pushing him and doing all these things, right? I mean, would this drive you nuts? Constantly being followed around and a blowhorn in your ear and getting screamed at, and you're trying to walk away, you're trying to be civilized, and they just will not leave you alone. Oh, there he goes. So he had it. He had enough. Boom. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn. Oh, there's another guy too. Yeah, he's like, so at this point, this guy's had enough. He's had it. He's getting tired of the heckling. He's getting tired of the BS. So he's like, all right, guys, it's on now. Bring it. Let's go. Now they're blowing the whistles. So here comes the guy with the red jacket on. This is the guy that was using the blowhorn, and he's trying to, just chase this guy around. So now you're about to see this guy just straight up pull a Mike Tyson. So he hits this guy in the black right here. Ready? Boom! Oh! If you fuck around, you find out real quick, right? I see a lot of that nowadays, man. I see a lot of that. And he starts hitting on this guy. So again, I just kind of wanted to show you that these guys, he was trying to be civilized. Now, again, I don't know what led up to this point. Again, I think he was just trying to fix the flag because it was upside down, right? So these people did not like that shit. So they came in and they started heckling this guy. And he just straight up said, that's it. I've had enough. And he just started throwing down with these guys. And when I saw this, I was just sitting there thinking to myself, how many of these people? Now, I will say this. Let me say this, though. Okay. When you go to these protests, right, they think that they can just go into the streets, do whatever they want, push people around, block traffic, block people from going about their everyday lives, and just create this chaos and destruction. And just, they think that that's a freedom of protest, that they can just go out there and do these things, right? But you never see anybody that is being harassed or heckled by these protesters. I never hardly see anybody defend themselves or get pissed off enough to push back when things turn violent, right? And this guy just decided to say, you know what? Fuck it. I've had enough. I'm not going to put up with this no more. And he let these people know real quick that he wasn't fucking around. Like, I'm tired of your bullshit. And I just thought that was really interesting, because nobody is pushing back on these protesters, man. Like, nobody's doing it. And this video has gone viral. It's definitely went viral. And again, a man with the New Balance tennis shoes, you never want to mess with. Leave those guys alone. Okay, they mean business. They probably know some shit. They've probably been through some shit. You leave those people alone. They mean business. Leave them alone. Yeah. So these people were just, getting on his nerves, and he just straight up, he's had enough, right? And so I also saw a video too. I will say this: I saw a video of Brandon Tatum. Where was Brandon Tatum? This was I think this was over sometime last year. Brandon Tatum was at a college. somewhere. If you guys don't know who Brandon Tatum is, he's another commentator on YouTube. And he's very he's been around the block with all this stuff as far as like being an opinionated channel. He's a very cool a very cool cat. We like Brandon Tatum. He's a good dude. And he was at a college, or he was somewhere. And these protesters were coming up to their booth of where they were set up on campus, and they were heckling them. You know, they were, I think they were probably, they had their signs, they were heckling Brandon and his team that he was with, and they were getting a little bit too close for comfort. And Brandon Tatum, one of these individuals was like marching towards him, like they were trying to cause some trouble. And it's like these protesters had no fear for anything, or to follow any sort of law or order, like at all. And that's how you see these protesters anyway. I mean, they don't care. I mean, they're just out there just doing whatever the fuck they want. That's what it looks like. And one of them got a little bit too close to Brandon Tatum, and he straight up just shoved this person down, like straight up shove this protester straight down to the ground. Now, mind you, it wasn't just that one individual in the video. It looked like there were multiple people trying to come at him and everyone else that was in this tent. And all it took was for Brandon Tatum to tell people to back up, get away. You don't want this. You don't want none of this. Leave, get out of here. And they just kept marching towards him. And all he did was just straight up shove this person. And he shoved him hard too. And they fell to the ground. And the minute that he did that, everybody just went, oh, okay, got it. He's fighting back. He's fighting. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want to pretend that we're badass. But when the badassery starts to take effect from the opposing side, that's usually when they step down. You know what I mean? And it might have been Antifa, maybe at the point in time. And I can't remember what it was, but there were people just marching at Brandon Tatum. And one of them got a little too close, and he defended himself, and he's like, nope. And he just shoved that individual, and like I said, he shoved the shit out of him because they straight down, like boom, straight down to the ground, right? But the point I'm making is that if you're trying to just go about your day, and these protests are happening in the streets, and you're just trying to do you, and you're trying to get past, you're trying to just mind your own business, or you're trying to just, you know, whatever you're doing at the time, when you come in contact with some of these protesters, man. If you don't sit there and defend yourself, because a lot of these guys will get violent. A lot of these protesters are violent as shit, man. They're peaceful. Guys, remember the Summer of Love 2020? Yeah. Peaceful protest on that one, wasn't it? I think it was the BLM riots in Minnesota, mind you. And it just seems like we see video after video of people that are just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And these protesters are just hackling them and harassing them and getting in their face and blowing these fucking blowhorns and blowing their damn whistles and shouting all sorts of shit and foul mouth, all kinds of foul mouth shit and whatever else they're doing out there. And then when somebody actually stands up to these crazy people, then they back down. It seems like they back down. They're like, okay, got it. You actually fight back. Okay. We don't fight. We just yell and shout and scream. And yeah, but we don't want none of this smoke. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, you know, I just thought I wanted to come on here and share that with you guys. But yeah, this is the one guy that stood up and said, you know what, I've had enough of the bullshit and I'm going to defend myself. And that was that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that was worth showing you guys. So, man, I mean, what do y'all think? You think that was a little bit reckless and stupid? Do you think he shouldn't have done that? Or do you think that's self-defense? You know, these people just got a little too close for this guy. I mean, how would you take it? I'd like to think if I was being heckled like that and people blowing blowhorns in my face and blowing whistles and chasing me around when I'm trying to walk away. I'm trying to get away from you. I don't want anything to do with whatever you're trying to do. And if they follow you and they won't back away, I mean, when's enough is enough, right? I mean, you got to stand up for yourself, right? You don't know what these people are capable of. And that goes towards the protesters too. You don't know who the hell you're out there messing with, right? If these protesters and things are dumb enough to go after ICE agents and law enforcement and things of that nature, I mean, nothing's off the table at that point. I mean, nobody's safe, right? Nobody's safe. And, you know, and I think it's time that people actually, you know, I don't go anywhere near protests. There's no protest in my neck of the woods. Not yet anyway. I mean, we don't have shit like that out here. It just seems like all the protesters that are causing issues, especially for these ICE agents, they're all in Minneapolis. They're in Democratic ran cities. That's what it looks like to me. That's what I've seen. And for people to actually stand up and defend themselves, now all of a sudden they're the bad guy. They're like, oh my God, this guy was being so violent towards peaceful protesters. There's always two sides to every story, in my opinion. And if you only see the one side of it, then that's all you're ever going to see. Right? That's all you're ever going to hear about is the only side. If you only look at the one side of everything. Right? So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. I thought that was kind of funny. Dude had enough and he defended himself. He defended himself. And again, I think it was a boiling point. Like how much is too much? How much are you willing to put up with? Right? How much are you willing to put up with? And now we are moving on. We are moving on to the final topic that I wanted to discuss here today. There was three different videos I wanted to go over. We went through two of them. This is the third one here. This was and again, this is kind of went viral. There's some folks on the news that were talking about this, and what this is it's a viral video of ICE agents in tactical gear smashing a car window, cutting the seatbelt, and extracting a woman who blocked their vehicle during a Minneapolis immigration raid, portraying the arrest as justified retribution for obstruction. And how many of you guys have seen people obstructing official ICE business on the streets? How many people have you seen, you know, follow these ICE agents or try to block them in, or, you know, it's happening every single day. It's happening. And on January 13th, amid protest over ICE agent Jonathan Ross's fatal shooting of U.S. citizen Renee Nicole Good, 6 days earlier from that, the event underscores heightened confrontations between federal enforcers and demonstrators in the sanctuary city. And again, a lot of people, if you're not aware, which I'm sure a lot of you are, that Minneapolis is a sanctuary city that's ran by crazy people. Mind you, Tim Walz, I think he's going to step down. I think he's got so much heat right now. He's going to step down in a couple of days. Yeah, I thought it was going to be today, but I think before the end of next week, I think he'll step down. I could be wrong. That's my opinion. I honestly have no idea, but the more that the whole entire fraud thing that's going on right now in Minnesota, the more that gets exposed, the more he gets pressured to step down behind the scenes. And I think that's going to happen pretty soon. So this woman, again, well, bear with me here. This woman, and I've heard a few different things with this, that, you know, if you listen to one side, they'll tell you, oh, she's an American citizen. They pulled her out of the car. So what? She's obstructing ICE from doing their job. So she's blocking ICE with her vehicle, and ICE just, you know, the people that were there, the ICE agents, they just, you know, had enough. You know, enough is enough. There is a breaking point with these guys. And they said, yeah, we're done here. Get the fuck out of the car. Get out of the car. Hang on, I got it on mute. Here we go. Let's watch the video. So they're telling her to drive away. I don't think it's the ICE agent saying that. It's the people around her saying, drive away, drive away. Yeah, let's break more laws and drive away. So they're telling her to get out of the car. Get out of the car. Open the door. Get the seatbelt off. Pulled her out. And that was that, right? So here's the thing, guys. If she wasn't obstructing, this never would have happened. These people go down there and they do all these things. And then when they get pulled out of their car or thrown down to the ground, or handcuffed and thrown in jail, I wasn't doing anything wrong. You had no business being down there. You had no business being down there. The only reason why these people do what they do is because they hate ICE. They hate law enforcement. They hate ICE. And they probably hate the country too. Because I can't think of any other reason why somebody would go down there, put their lives in danger. These people put their lives in danger. These people are out there putting themselves in harm's way, literally putting themselves in harm's way. And then you have ICE that is trying to do a job to get rid of people that shouldn't be here. Okay. They're getting rid of people that shouldn't be here. They're doing a job and they're just trying to do it well. And then when you got people obstructing that job, such as this young lady right here, then this is what you get, right? This is what you get. So then, as you see, they had to cut her out of the car and cut the seatbelt off of her because they couldn't get her out. And it looks bad because it is bad. It's not bad on behalf of the ICE agents. They're just doing their job, right? They're doing their job. It looks bad when you hear all this shit in the background. You hear the whistles blowing, you hear car horns going off, you got people snapping photos, you got people all around you that you don't know if you're going to get attacked by a group of mob of people when you're trying to arrest this woman for obstruction. And you got a lot of chaos around you. So these ICE agents are having to not only worry about this woman, but you also have to worry about, shit, am I going to get attacked from like all angles here? All these people standing around. And obviously you have a lot of ICE agents that are there, but again, you hear screaming, you hear honking, you hear people just yelling, and it seems chaotic. Just imagine for a second that it was just her and the ICE agents that were there. No cameras, no people, no obstruction from outsiders, none of that stuff. You hear nothing, right? Able to do their job and move on. But when you obstruct and you block traffic and you do these things and you prevent them from doing their job, they warn you. They warn you. They tell you, hey, move, leave, get out of here. You don't need to be here. Get out of here. You know who else said that? I think it was Megyn Kelly the other day. I saw a clip on YouTube with Megyn Kelly. She said her brother was a police officer and he has since retired. But there was a time, once upon a time, years ago, where she saw her brother on the job when he was a police officer. She got excited because she saw her brother out in the field. I think he was in the middle of making an arrest, or he was in the middle of an investigation. He was trying to do something. And she said that she was just excited to see her brother. So she gets out of her car and she walks up to her brother, and he said, you know, Meg, you can't be here. Get out of here. You can't be here. Yeah, it's good to see you, but get out of here. You can't be here right now. So it's like, even though that's her brother, but the point was that she was trying to make, was I obstructing an official investigation or police business or whatever? Yeah, kind of, but that's my brother, right? But she was just saying, like, not even my own brother. My own brother told me to get out of here. You shouldn't be here. leave. We'll talk later. You know what I mean? And these people are only doing it, I feel, just because they think they can, and they think that nothing bad will ever happen to them. And then once they're warned half a dozen times, if not more, to leave, get out of here. You don't need to be here. You have no business being here. And then they turn around and they pull your ass out of the car. Now it's too late. So yeah, it's going to look chaotic. It's going to look crazy because you're not cooperating. I got to physically reach in now. Now I got to ruin your day. Now I got to pull you out of the vehicle, and I got to arrest you, and I got to haul you into jail. I got to do all these things. All these people, all this woman had to do was leave. That's all she had to do.
This is your duty. Why don't you help that woman? Help that woman.
Help that woman. Hell, you hear the people in the background? Help that woman. Help that woman. Help her. Hey, somebody help that woman over there. Yeah, that's what you hear. Somebody help that woman. Help her what? You mean help her get you arrested? Because that's exactly what would happen. You go in there and you go in there and you try to break that up, you're just going to get arrested too. I mean, it's common sense, right? These people are stupid, man. These people are stupid. You know, let ICE do their job. Let them do their job. Let them do the job to keep this country safe. That's what they're doing. And everybody's all pissed off and butthurt about what they're trying to do. And I really don't understand why. I don't understand why. Why are you so upset with them getting the people that don't belong here out of this country? Like, what's the problem?
You help someone. All you do is hurt. All you do is hurt. She's trying to drive down this fucking bridge. Where is the law?
See? Move. Move out of the way. Get out of here. You don't need to be here. Move. We got to get out of here. Yeah, and then the video ends. It never would have gotten to that point had she just moved on. Move on. If you want to protest until you can't do it anymore. Protest until you die from it. Protest until your ankles fall off. Until you have no vocal cords anymore. Scream, yell all you want. But do it away from these people. Do it away from these people. Don't obstruct what they're doing. Leave them alone. And in return, you'll be safe and you won't go to jail. How about that? How about that? Right? If you would just mind your business and leave these people alone, you would never have a problem. That was the thing with law enforcement for like the longest time. And it still probably happens to this day. Everybody thinks that it's my First Amendment right to go and bother these people and do what I do and cause trouble for law enforcement agents, meaning ICE. They think what they're doing is perfectly normal and okay. And it's just not, man. It's not. There's no reason for it. I think it was Anna Nicole Good, or Nicole. I keep saying Anna Nicole. Nicole Good's ex. I think it was her ex brother-in-law. That was. I saw a post online. I guess somebody might have talked to him, and there's reports of him saying that she had no business being down there. That there was no reason for her to be down there. She had no business being down there. And with her having children, like you should have been at home. All those people should be at home. And then when something bad happens and then all of a sudden it turns into a viral video because all they had to do is walk away and not interfere with whatever's going on with ICE. It's sad. It's just really sad. And as far as like the ICE agent that fired the 3 shots at Nicole Good, he's got I think it's GoFundMe too as well. I think he has a GoFundMe. I think that's raised as far as I think from yesterday. Last I checked, it was like $655,000 that ICE agent has raised. It's probably higher, a little bit higher than that now today, but as of yesterday, it was like 655 and some change. And then you have Nicole Good, you have hers, which is like, I think it was like over $1.5 million. It's probably higher today. It's probably like 1.6, if not 1.7. Mark Ruffalo, where you at? Donate some money. And I think they're going to try to sue this guy. They're going to try to sue the ICE agent. I don't know for what. He didn't. In my opinion, I don't think he did anything wrong. There's been reports of him being obviously hit by the car and people saying he wasn't hit by the car. There's videos of him actually being hit by the car. I watched Megan Kelly today. She put out a video, I think it was either today or yesterday or whenever it was, of another camera angle of the ICE agent actually being hit by the car from that one angle from that video. I mean, you can look at it for yourself and determine if he actually was hit by the car, whatever. From what I saw, it looked like he was hit by the car for that video. People are nuts, dude. We live in such a chaotic and crazy world where people just think they could do whatever the fuck they want without any consequence whatsoever. And, just do the most off the wall crazy shit to anybody. Nobody's safe. The more I think about this, we get more violent every single year as a society. We become more unhinged. We become more unstabilized. We become more hateful. We become more one-sided. We become more of a society of just unlawlessness. It seems like every single year. There's no unity. And there hasn't been, and I've said this before, since 9/11. And you'll never see that again. In my opinion, I don't care who the president is. I don't care who, you can have the next Barack Obama or the next, someone like that of that stature to try to unite people from that side, Democrats and Republicans. You can have a great Republican that is, great at uniting folks. I don't see that being a thing, because I see more hatred than I do unity. And that's really sad. It really is. We can sit here and talk about all the things that's going on in the world and the things that we looked at here today. And, you can have your opinion on it, but at the end of the day, like, do I hate anybody? No, I don't hate anybody. I dislike the things that people do, and people really get under my skin and piss me off. I'm not going to lie. I think, everybody has a breaking point at some point where you just get annoyed with people, but I don't hate anybody enough to cause harm on them. And like, I never do. And I never will, ever. And it seems like year after year, people are just getting more crazier and crazier. And you just sit there and you think to yourself, like, why? What's the reason for your hatred? Like, why are you so obsessed with something so much that it causes people to just act out the way they do. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. And it's just mind boggling to me. It's really sad. It's really sad. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, the very first episode that I'm going to upload on my, YouTube channel. For those of you that are here, Unofficially IMO is the channel. Do me a huge favor. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, make sure that you turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any time that I go live and upload a video. And the YouTube shorts are popping off during the live streams. That's usually where a lot of my click-through rate is at. And I appreciate each and every one of you, even if you disagree with whatever I say, and that's fine. We can agree. How about this? We can agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. I think Mike Huckabee had something that when he used to do interviews, he'd have this little plaque behind him when he was at, I think he was at his house or wherever he was. He was in an office somewhere. And you always used to see a plaque that would sit behind him. And it would say, "Come, let's reason together." I think it's what it said. "Come, let's reason together." And I was like, that can't be any more true. And people just can't get along with anybody anymore. And people are just so quick to just hate one another. And, that's very concerning. We can't agree to disagree anymore. It's either you agree with me, and if you don't agree with me, fuck you. Burn in hell. Go piss off somewhere. I don't care. Oh, you don't agree with me? The hell with you, And people disagree with me about stuff all the time. And that's fine. I'm just thankful we can live in a country where we can disagree with one another, because there's countries that you can't even do that. Look at Iran. Look at Afghanistan. Look at especially like places like North Korea. I mean, you can't do what we're doing here right now. You just can't. So I'm just grateful to live in this country, the greatest country in the world. Might not seem like it because you see all the bad shit that's going on out there, but there's also a lot of good too. There's a lot of good things that go on in this country. And sadly, it's overlooked and you don't see enough of it. The media only shows you all the bad things. I did it too. I showed you 3 videos where it's like, damn, except for the FAFO one. That was funny. Okay. That was funny. Those protesters had it coming. Okay. You can't follow somebody around, and not expect to get punched in the face. I think Mike Tyson had a quote saying that the problem with society, and I don't know if people have been punched in the face or something along those lines. And it was like a famous quote that Mike Tyson said. I was like, yep, I agree. 100%. But we can only hope from day to day that things will get better. Things will work out the way they're supposed to in the end, and everybody will be happy and everything will be hunky dory, right? But it just seems like now, yeah, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? Now it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that right now. It just doesn't. It really does. It feels like everybody's just on a hate America trip right now. But my message to all of you that hate our country and you don't like the way it's going, you have all the power in the world to go live someplace else. And I encourage you to, so you can understand how the other half lives, how other cultures live. And I think once you understand how other countries live and run their countries and their laws and regulations and things, and then I think once you understand that, then you'll realize, and that's kind of sad in itself. It takes somebody to move out of a country to realize, like, I was totally wrong. I should have just stayed in America. And then they come back. And I'll say this one thing before we go. There was a woman that, I think it was several years ago. She moved to, what was that? I think it was Africa, somewhere in Africa. Might have been Ghana or it was somewhere in Africa, but there was a video and it was hilarious as shit because in the video, she moved to Africa for a various different reasons. And I can't remember why, but she just, I think it has something to do with her just wanting to go back to Africa to be part of her her culture of where her family was from. And so she wanted to go live in Africa. And there's a video she posted. It's a YouTube short. There's a video she posted that she's like, I think she's like crying in the video. If I remember correctly, she's crying in the video and she's saying, I was wrong, pretty much saying I was wrong for coming here. People here are mean. People here are rude. She's like, the food is not good here. They got big ass spiders. They got big ass animals here and people will steal from you and not care. And nobody does anything about it. And she's just going on and on and on. And she's getting all emotional. And I'm sitting there thinking, so it took you. And I don't even think she hated America. I think she just wanted to move to Africa. And she moved to Africa, that part of the world. And she realized like how that other part of the world lived. And she wasn't liking it like at all. And she realized what she had in America. She's like, I need to get out of here. I got to go back home. This is not working out for me whatsoever. Like, well, yeah, no shit. It's not going to work out for you. Didn't you do your research before? I don't care where it's at. Just go anywhere. It doesn't have to be America. Like you can go to the Bahamas, go to Australia, go to Brazil, go to Portugal, go to somewhere in South America, go to Africa, go to Australia, someplace in Europe, go anywhere, man. And you will find that America is the greatest country in the world. And I made a mistake moving. I'm going back home. That's just my thing on it anyway. If you hate the country, get out of here. If you're okay with it, then just move on. Just move on. All this shit right now is not affecting your personal life whatsoever. And these people act like it is. And it's so horrifying to them that they feel like they have to go out there and make a ruckus about it. And again, that's your right. You have every right to do that. You have every right to protest against something that you don't believe in. Go ahead and do it. But do it within reason. Do it within reason. Don't obstruct justice. Don't get involved in official ICE business or official police business or butt your big ass head into any law enforcement investigation whatsoever, and things will run much smoother than what they are now. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an hour. I am going to go ahead and call it right here. Thank you guys so much for being in here. I do want to look at the comments real quick before I go, and I have been neglecting the comments. And I do apologize because I am recording this and turning it into a video. And the more I look at comments, I keep going and going and going, and I won't stop. Nothing against y'all. I just appreciate you guys being here, stopping by, saying hello. Damn right, America. Damn right. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, we will see you on the next episode. Take care. Again, I'm not ending the live stream. That's just my video outro. That's my video outro, guys. That's my video outro. Take a few minutes and look at the comments here. And again, I do apologize for neglecting the comments. What about all the Hollywood stars that said they were going to move the first time and Trump is the presidency? Where are they at now? Rosie O'Donnell is still in Ireland, I believe. She'll be back. Texas Thunder Chief, not Chad, as a PH ambulance. Not really sure. Some of these I know you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I know some of you guys are talking amongst yourselves. You do not have ownership over the street in front of my house. That is true. Streets are public property, so are sidewalks. Just don't trespass on anybody's property. You should be fine. My life is the exact same under Biden and Obama, other than taxes were higher under Obama. Yep. If you're waiting for, as the famous words of Dave Ramsey, if you're waiting for the government to fix your life, it's never going to happen. You're always going to keep waiting. Texas, I know. Okay. You're the baddie. If you're talking about me, of course I know that. I'm a total badass, right? I can see some of you guys are arguing. You guys are chit-chatting amongst each other. I think you hate the Constitution. I know you're not referring to me, James. I know you're not referring to me. Yeah, stay out of my private property. Yes. God bless the USA. Yes. You have a British flag behind me? Are you talking to me? I think that's the good old US of A flag. Last time I checked, the good old red, white, and blue with the 50 stars. 51 stars if we take over Canada. 52 stars if we ever go into Greenland too. Might add an extra 2 on there. I don't want to trigger anybody. Calm down. It's fine. Oh, referring to me. Got it. You apparently don't know what an American flag looks like. So family could have been here since 1760. I don't know if y'all are talking to me or talking amongst each other. I really don't know. But okay, I see what y'all are doing. Okay. Again, let's agree to disagree, you guys. Let's agree to disagree. Just admit, unless you've been in, because and I'll say this before I go, okay? I'll say this before I go. If you've ever served in the United States military and you've traveled significantly to other countries in this world, you could probably talk to a lot of military people and they will tell you that I have been all over the world. Been to Iraq, and I knew a friend that served in Iraq during the Iraq War in 2004. Yeah, I've been, people saying I've been to Afghanistan, Japan, places in Europe, Africa, Guam, all over the place, right? And they will tell you that they are, when they come back home, they are so happy to be back in the United States because they see how other countries live, how other people live, their laws, the way that people, survive in these countries and the way their government treats these people and all these different things, right? So they understand, especially the military, they understand like how grateful they are to just be living and born in the United States of America. And there's no other country out there greater than us. We might be, we are with trillions of dollars in debt. And it might seem like we're broke as shit. Mathematically, we're broke. Even when you think about it, I mean, you're 30 some trillion dollars in debt. Yeah. That's a lot of debt, but we're also the most wealthiest country in the world. We have the best military in the world. There's no reason for people to go hungry in this country. None whatsoever. We have a fantastic military. We have everything is great in this country. It might not seem like it at times. It might seem like everything is in shambles. It might seem like everything is fucked up and so chaotic and crazy right now. But when you sit there and you think about the things that you have in your life that you never take, that people just take for granted every single day, to be able to wake up, to be able to take hot showers, to brush your teeth, and to have good food, and to have a decent paying job, and to have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and things of that nature that a lot of other countries don't have, that fight to have those things and are jealous as shit and that wish they could come to the United States of America. And you got fucking people right now that hate this country so much that they sit there and they say the things that they say and they burn the American flag in the street. And they think that this country is a total shithole and everything is so bad right now, but they don't have the fucking guts to pack their fucking shit up, go to another country, denounce your citizenship of the United States of America, and go live someplace else. And then tell me how grateful you are living someplace else. and you will come back here and you will prove that I am right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially out of here. You have watched Unofficially IMO. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. You can agree to disagree. I love y'all. Stay safe. And we will see you on the next live stream. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good night.